To begin, I will yield the floor to Ms. Sabah BANDOUI, the representative from Balochistan Human Rights Group.
Thank you very much, and a special thank you to the organizers. What an honor to be speaking among such courageous speakers today. Really an honor to be here on stage. Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed guests, allow me to paint a vivid picture of the harrowing journey endured by my people, the Baloch. From the moment of our birth to the final breath we draw, our story is one of perpetual struggle against an oppressive regime that seeks to erase our existence from the annals of history. From the very moment we come into the world, we are greeted not with celebration, but with the cold grip of oppression. Official identification documents, the very keys of accessing basic rights and services, are denied to us. Our births go unrecorded, our names left unspoken in the halls of bureaucracy. We are rendered invisible, mere shadows in the land that denies us the right to exist. But oppression does not end with birth. It follows us like a shadow, stalking our every step. Denied the most basic of rights, we are condemned to a life of poverty and despair. Education, healthcare, employment, these are but distant dreams, forever out of reach. Denied official recognition, we are left to fend for ourselves in a world that refuses to acknowledge our existence. For young girls born into the cycle of oppression, the challenges are especially daunting. Denied access to education, they are consigned to a life of ignorance and subservience. Cultural limitations further restrict their freedoms, forcing them into marriages at a young age and burdening them with the responsibilities of family life before they have even had a chance to dream. Their husbands, trapped in the same cycle of poverty and despair, have no choice but to engage in illegal and dangerous work to provide for their families. Many lose their lives in the process, leaving behind grieving widows and fatherless children. For these young girls, the burden of survival falls on their shoulders, forcing them to assume roles far beyond their years. Even in death, our oppression knows no bounds. Death certificates, those final statements in a life lived, are denied to us. Our names vanish into the ether, our existence erased from memory. We are denied even the dignity of proper burials, our bodies cast aside like refuse in a land that denies us the right to die. The echoes of our struggle reverberates across time, from the tragic death of Gina Mahsa Amini on September 16, 2022, igniting a blaze of nationwide protests that thrust Iran's human rights violations into the global stage. Yet, amidst the glare of international attention, the world overlooked the concurrent protests erupting in Balochistan, sparked by the rape of a 15-year-old Mahu by a local police chief in June of the same year. But the waves of unrest from Gina Amini's demise reached Balochistan. Civilians joined the Women Life Freedom movement, braving the heavy cost of resistance. September 30th, 2022 etched itself into our collective memories as a Bloody Friday, a day stained with blood of innocent Baloch protesters in Zahedan. State forces descended upon peaceful demonstrators with brutal force, targeting them after Friday prayers in broad daylight. The indiscriminate violence claimed approximately 135 lives, including women and 20 innocent children. Amongst the victims lay children with bullets lodged in the back of their heads, and those whose young lives were snuffed out by toxic gas inhalation. The Islamic Republic of Iran's totalitarian grip knows no bounds, plunging my people into the depths of oppression and sowing division between the favored in-group and marginalized out-groups. The Baloch people have borne the brunt of oppression, enduring gross violations of our human rights. Many amongst us are denied national identification, a cruel tactic that bars access to education, healthcare, social services. Countless souls like Khodanur Lajahi languished in anonymity, their existence erased from official records in a calculated bid to manipulate population statistics. In the minority enclaves of Balochistan and Kurdistan, the situation grows even more dire. Baloch people endure disproportionate state oppression, just like the Kurdish people, accounting for approximately 30% of executions, even though they only comprise of about 4% of Iran's population. Our homeland, Balochistan, stands as Iran's poorest province, grappling the ever socio-economic challenges exacerbated by state-sanctioned discrimination. This is the reality we face, a relentless onslaught of oppression that spans generations from the moment of our birth to the final breath that we draw. We urge support for initiatives promoting accountability in Iran, including endorsing the extension of the International Fact-Finding Mission on the Islamic Republic of Iran and advocating for prosecutions in third countries leveraging universal jurisdiction. Finally, we implore stakeholders to utilize all available UN mechanisms, including the Human Rights Council and General Assembly, to mobilize international pressure for meaningful change and to put an end to the oppression of Baloch people and all other Iranians. Thank you.